Hi everyone, welcome to Gallant IAS. This is Let's Go 120 Plus. Here the question is, consider the following statements regarding development banks. And it is a statement question. Development banks are financial institutions that provide long-term credit. It generally supports capital-intensive investments spread over a long period and yielding high rates of return. The third statement, after 1991, following the Narasimhan Committee reports on financial sector reforms, development finance institutions were given much more impetus. Which of the above statements are correct? Options A 1 and 2 only, B 1 only, C 2 and 3 only, D 1, 2 and 3. That is all of the above. So it is a statement type question. You have to pick the correct statement. So use the elimination method. While you are reading each statement, mark those questions, those options which would not be the answer. Like if you read first statement and you get that first statement is wrong, then you can eliminate option A, B, D, which include statement 1. So you directly get into the answer if first statement is wrong. Okay. So that is what elimination method. So just read the question. The question is regarding development banks. Development banks are financial institutions that provide long-term credit. That is correct statement. Actually, the development banks introduced in the country in 1948 after post-independence to fund for larger infrastructure projects at lower interest rate for a longer period of time. There is a fund shortage in the private sector and public sector banks in the country. So there is a lack of funds to invest and to lend for larger investment projects, infrastructure projects like building roads, highways, ports, etc. At that time, government come with an idea to establish development banks only to lend for larger infrastructure and investmental project. Okay, the first development banks introduced in the country is Industrial Financial Corporation of India in 1948. Then in 1964, IDBI established, IIBI established, ICICI introduced. So these all are development banks. But in 1990, after financial sector reforms, we abolished and converted these development banks into private sector banks. Majority of the banks abolished, amalgamated, and some converted into private sector. Because the Narasimhan Committee that was set up in 1990s, they recommend to abolish these development banks and give that duty to private sector and public sector bank. So this 1990s Narasimhan Committee reforms, Narasimhan Committee recommendation is very important. They are the committee which recommended to re-establish the private sector banks in the country. After that, we reintroduced private sector, we given license to a large number of private sector parties and they established private sector banks in the country. From 1948 to 1990, there is no private sector banks. Banks didn't get a license in the private sector. Okay, because at that time we focused more on nationalization and public sector banks. Okay, 1968, 69 and 81 we nationalized around 20 banks. Okay, 1990s there are larger unregulations regulations abolished in the financial sector. So first statement is correct. Development banks are financial institutions that provide long-term credit. That is correct. Second statement, it generally supports capital intensive investments spread over a long period and yielding high rates of return. There is a problem in the statement. It generally supports capital intensive investments. That is correct. Spread over a long period. That till that portion it is correct. But yielding high rates of return, that is wrong. Actually, the interest rates for capital intensive investments and the loans provided by development finance institutions is very low. That is one of the speciality of this development bank. So second statement is wrong. After 1991, following the Narasimha Committee reports on financial sector reforms, development finance institutions were given much more impetus. No. Narasimham Committee report suggested to abolish development finance ban because there were amounting non-performing assets in this development finance ban because of lending due to political pressure and lack of professionalism in the bank management. So, Narasimha Committee recommended to abolish, not to promote it. So, third statement is also wrong. So, you know that second statement is wrong, then you can eliminate option A, C, D. Even you don't have any idea regarding first and third statement. You know that the second statement is wrong, you can easily get into the answer because all three options include second statement. So, the answer option B, 1 only. Okay, you just have the knowledge of the development banks are giving lending for large capital intensive projects, and they have a larger maturity period and longer maturity period and larger smaller interest rate. If you know this, you can easily get the answer. So the answer is option B, 1 only. Only first statement is correct. Thank you.